Well, hello there, internet friends. It's Too Old for Gaming, and today we're in Habsburg heaven. We're here on Lenina playing the Hungarians. For today's match, as the 25th Hadosztály, we have 17 units of recon we can bring in. Those are 5 of the 15-point recon cars in Phase A, along with 3 larger 12-man infantry teams. Advancing to Phase B, we can bring in a double-vetted 4 infantry teams, and we could also bring in Panzer IVs. For infantry, in Phase A, we've got four teams of engineers, 9 squads of raiders, and these guys have Molotovs and are 13 men. I think the Hadosztály are really good, actually, and I'm bringing in their leader as well. In Phase B, we can bring in those Flame Trooper teams, 5-man teams, 10 of them for 20 points. More of the Raider teams, more leaders, and Lovas 25G, which is the elite Lovas team. In Phase C, we can bring in the regular Lovas team with a single vet. So 81 units of infantry. I typically feel like you're anywhere between 75 and like 95 units is plenty. You're never going to run out. For tanks, we start off with 2 leader cars of the Zrinyi 2s, and then in Phase B we get a vetted T-34, 9 of them. We also can bring in 6 of the Zrinyi 2s, which are double vetted, and then in Phase C we can bring in 4 Panther Gs, so definitely the best unit here. We get 21 units of support. That includes 5 units of 50mm mortars. Definitely great for towns and forest areas. We can also bring in 6 flamethrower teams and 6 machine guns, as well as a commander. In Phase B, we can bring in ammunition trucks. For anti-tank, we have 4 units of the 36M AT rifle, 20mm AT rifle. We can bring in 6 units of the 40mm AT rifle, which also has high explosive shells, and then 3 units of 75mm Pak 40. We can also bring in 4 units of Jagdpanzer 30AT, and then in Phase B, we can get 5 more units of 75mm Pak 40s. For anti-air, we got the Raba VR 76.5 in Phase A for bombers, 2 of those. And then in Phase B, we get 6 40 mils, basically the copy of the Bofors. We could also call in 4 88s. For artillery, we start off with 4 81mm mortars, and we have 2 planes in Phase B for off-map. These are 105, so basically mostly for suppression. We can also bring in double-vetted 120mm mortars and 2 149mm mortars. For air power, we've got a Ju-87D5 recon plane, 2 of those in A, 2 FW-190 fighters in A, and then in B we can call in 6 Me-210s with high explosive rockets. So I've got a love-hate relationship with this division. I actually, when I was looking through this, I have 3 deck builds of this division. I seemingly can never advance and win with them, but we're going to see if we can turn the tide today. So for our initial frontline setup, we've got some cheap infantry, flamethrower teams, a leader, a couple cheap 50mm mortars, 40mm AT guns, a 76.5mm thing in a truck, which looks terribly outdated for 1944. One of these 15-point recon cars, the 20mm 39M. And we'll try to hold on here as the Soviets advance into our sector. Now, I don't know how this is going to go with me trying to pronounce names from Hungary here. I'm very curious. Do people in Germany and the Czech Republic, you guys have trouble pronouncing Hungarian words like I do? Throw something in the comments. Because I want to call this Arkazuk, which is probably very wrong. But I can say 40M, so we're good there. We got enemy infantry heading our way, assault fire support teams out in the open here. We did manage to take out one of their trucks coming in. We got an Su-85 firing at our 75mm AT gun. If you guys are new to the game and you're getting into 10v10s and you start out on the side of the map I'm on, this is an excellent spot to put a spotter and an AT gun that can make it at least 1,750 meters, because they will actually cover this bridge here, and you get enough visibility to line up your shots. So just a little FYI. 820Gs taking out some of my units already. Little 15-point recon here, just going ham on that assault fire team with the Gay Bauer 1943 40M. I've never heard of that machine gun. Gonna be dealing with a OB-25 here. Trying to move my World War I era machine gun up to the front line to get a beaten zone set up. And we've got reconnaissance in the church tower here. Looking at the rest of the city. Wow, I think we lucked out. Doesn't seem to be a big push from the enemy over here, which looks, I'm assuming, is Polish. And we've got one unit and an AT gun, so very lucky there, because we have a full server. HMG firing and taking casualties already. The 75 is lined up, but nobody hitting it yet. M40 AT gun does come with high explosive shells, though a 40mm high explosive AT round's probably not going to do a whole lot. Not doing anything right now while he's taking casualties from these SVT rifles. Unfortunately, he's going to wipe them out just with SVTs. 39M getting fired on by the OB-25, but he's forced off, and he is killed off by our hero 75mm. Down to one high explosive shell left. Trying to move the line forward. If I didn't sense a whole lot of units coming over, so if you can push the line and cut them off at a natural barrier like a river, just keep going. Looks like enemies starting to send in lots of equipment over here. We've got our recon unit seeing all that coming in. Bringing in more infantry teams and then replacing that 40mm. Jagdpans are dueling an M1 gun up here. He might die to that. Nah, it's still bouncing. We took him down. So my 50mm grenade launcher is in range of the Strelky teams. And the grenade throw, look at that. I mean, that guy should be playing baseball. He threw it like 4 houses down the street. So we managed to wipe out these mighty SVT teams. I do have these Hegyidevas. Say it with authority, even though it's pronounced wrong. And now we're getting counter-mortared. And the most unfortunate thing about these guys is that they're 2-man teams and they are so easy to kill. 39M is getting hit now. You know, one feature I think they could add to Steel Division 2 would be an entrenching feature where, like, you hit a button and your guys start digging into a position so that they resist damage, but it takes, I don't know, a couple minutes for it to work. Doesn't seem like it would be too hard to add that. We've already got fortifications we can set up, defensive fortifications, so it'd be kind of cool if they integrated that post setup somehow. And coming in with an engineering vehicle and just laying down barbed wire while you're playing a match. That'd be cool. T-34 bails out to the Jagdpanzer, and enemy aircraft coming back in. Looks like at the AG-20. These guys have 110mm rockets. Good enough to take down a Bile Titan, but not enough to take out Panzergrens. And now the massive explosions of off-map land right on my position, and the enemy hits himself. Polish falling back. While the near-nuclear explosions continue to go off. Getting very lucky nothing's fallen right here yet. You guys are probably wondering why I bought the 36Ms. I don't know, man. This game's about variety and fun. So if you can be sneaky and move them in and take out a truck or side shot a T-34 or something, it's just fun. Especially when you get this many hours into the game. So mortars coming back in on my right flank here, going for that Flak 38. Probably not even worth the ammo considering how bad they are if you've watched my previous videos. Poles caught out in the open here, but triple DP-28s and 13 rifles. Chewing up my engineer team very quickly. These Polish teams are massive. Heavy machine gun finally able to get in position to start firing at these guys. I think, yeah, we're at 750 meters, and I've got the light recon here. Su-85 is just out of range. Second off map coming down in the position. Gonna be honest, I feel like the super huge off maps, if you get lucky and land one, yeah, it's absolutely devastating. But I feel like some of the small, like that one's, the 127 rocket fire is like unfair. It just destroys everything in that off-map zone. Completely, basically. All the other ones are kind of hit or miss. Lots and lots of infantry over here now. We saw those trucks coming in. We got over a company men in here. KV-1S going to be tough nut to crack with a 20 mil. Su-85. We spotting him yet? Should be. Gets a penetration on the first shot, so he misses because he's scared. Let's see if we can knock him out. We do. So, Finn's finally in position. Hopefully we'll start taking ground soon here. Somehow T-34 spotting the Lati. I don't know how he can see him. These guys have to have exceptional. No, they only have very good. That's surprising. Let's take a look around the map while we're waiting for more equipment to show up. Coming down here, making a big push with a lot of cheap infantry. We've got anti-aircraft up, push way forward, but there's infantry screening, so still dangerous, but not bad. And look at all of these Italian tanks coming in. We got Marder 3s to help out and a Panzer, or excuse me, a Panther, so definitely useful. There's our 365 off map. I don't know if this is a second car or the first one. We did lose our AT gun. That was to, I think, that aircraft that came back in. So no worries. I think I got at least 5 of them. We'll call it another. And I do have 2 of these Raba VR 76.5s. Such an old truck, man. It's like they took it out of storage from World War I. 26 minutes, 34 seconds left to go here. We're in Phase B now, meaning we can get some better equipment. I did bring in a 40 mil and a machine gun to help out. It looks like we are going to be ambushing over here, which is pretty cool. Infantry team being spotted out in the open, trying to make it into the town from the forest here. And the P-51 coming in to strafe and gets absolutely blown out of the sky. Not a good day for him. 45 mil. Again, these guys, this poor squad here. Keep trying to make it, guys. You'll get there. Maybe. Almost cut in a third already. So I do have a engineer team, Arkazuk, up here holding the front line because we can lob grenades in if we need to. There's a gap here, but he can throw them 3 houses, remember? We did just encounter autos, which are terribly effective. Let's see what this grenade does. So we did significant damage, but can we suppress them without it? 12 rifles? Come on, guys. Oh no, there's a second team. Kivo S helping out, but not enough, and he surrenders. That's a bummer. T-34 coming up to the front line here. Gonna get absolutely destroyed by Jagdpanzer. Enemies got infantry in here now, guys, so they're pushing us back a little bit. Have not been able to be aggressive and make progress, but I'm playing the Hungarians. I mean, an infantry division, so it's not really going to happen with this division. If we're going to move forward, it's probably going to be a bit slower. So our second 75 mil is back in place, and the team doing an absolutely phenomenal job of capturing the right flank here. Just a mass of infantry and light armor doing good work, along with plenty of anti-aircraft cover and mortars. Just very nice. We've got... Is this just one guy? No, we've got two teammates over there, so... Off-map coming in on the sector. I think that's... Is that mine? I think that's my off-map, but I can't remember. I don't see my vehicle. Enemy's got these M7DDs up here. Definitely cause a headache for any infantry being caught out in the open. So hopefully our 75 mil will be able to spot him and take him down. Bringing in more flamethrower teams here. Cheap teams, right? 15 points. And if I can ambush a guy trying to cut across here, could do a pretty good job. My off map coming in. That has to be mine. I swore it was. Anyways, off map coming in there. Even though I can't find the card. And our infantry team was spotted because they were firing back, and these squads are so huge. I mean, it's like 2 squads like a platoon. 40 mil spotting, more poles coming across the river, trying to wait it. Heavy machine gun not in range. And we got hit here, but they didn't really do much damage to us. Unfortunately, our recon car was destroyed. And you know what it was? It had to be this T-34-76 over here. Hero of the Soviet Union. Still not dead. So, we're doing a okay job of keeping the poles bottled up over here. You know where we haven't checked? Let's go look down here. Absolutely nothing going on in the center. We literally have a single recon unit. That's very lucky. We've got one 50 mil AT gun here. That, again, that's weird that there's nothing, no pressure on that. And then back here, this also looks strange. We don't have any infantry in the front line. I guess they all got wiped out, maybe by off map. We've got lots of AA. Wow. So most of the action happening on the right flank and here in the city. Our flamethrower team was spotted by the T-34 out in the open. Kind of surprised by that. They have exceptional stealth, but could happen. Got 50 mils back in place to suppress these poles. Best thing we can do is scare them because they're all disheartened. And I have not seen NKVD here. Had to pull these guys back from the front line because we were getting shelled here. So I'll move them back into position eventually. And I'm bringing in a Zrinyi. These are 105 carriers. I can't recall what platform this is based on. One of you guys probably knows immediately just by looking at the road wheels. KV-1S is destroyed. And I think that was the 40 mil. So the only thing that's really helping me hold on here, I've got a 4-man squad here and I've got mortars. So until I can get reinforcements up here, my goal is just to break them because they're all disheartened and keep them pushed back until we can get some support in here. So I'm just going to be basically running out of ammo on this guy to stop him from killing everyone. And there are a couple of those beefy squads in here. So M7, 105 going against 105 here. We nail them. Oh, man, they killed each other. That's a bummer. I think those guys were only 45 points, and we were over 100, I think, on these. 70. I guess not that bad. Strelky's coming forward with SVTs again. Very dangerous group. All these guys are dangerous. And I bet my Solithern S18-100 goes down. No, he surrenders him. Awesome. This single squad here is just a bullet sponge right now. I did bring in some T-34s. The Hungarians had managed to capture 6 of them, and this other T-34 is moving back. He must have spotters up here. I would. Up there and up here, just to see what's going on. So he's moving back. My T-34s are going to spot him. Damages the transmission. But since there's 2 of us, we managed to knock him out. Sturmy goes down to an 85, got moved into position here. So at least we know about that. Moving the 50 back, he actually ran out of ammunition, and moving forward with another heavy machine gun. Flamethrower team does push off this beefy squad. Holy rocketry. What was that? I don't know. I definitely pushed these guys back. T-34 taking fire from a 45 mil up here. These guys are triple vetted. Not that it matters. I just... At range... He might still be able to penetrate me from that far. But he just took 2 casualties in the last shot, so... Hopefully we can knock him down before he gets his final shot off here. And we do. Does he kill us? Nope. We got another 45 over here and this 85. 85's the bigger problem. 8-man team. We got a 4-man team over here and a lot smaller rounds, so he took 1 casualty. But, oh, if we can get him fully suppressed, yeah, we do. Thank you, heavy machine gun. Might actually be able to take out the 85. I got another Zrinyi 2 moving forward. Destroyed another Strelky team. And we are out of high explosives for a 40 mil. Sniper's on return fire, so or else he'd probably kill him off right away. Wow, look at this back here. These guys just did a clean sweep. We got a platoon, 2 platoons of tanks coming in and a bunch of guards, but enemy just getting absolutely mobbed by these guys. I'm guessing they're probably a little bit higher level than some people I've seen recently. And by the way, I saw that through the Steam Summer Sale, we've got some new players joining into the community here. That's awesome. Glad to see some lower level guys joining in on the fun. Hope you guys get a chance to watch this and learn something and to help you with the gameplay in 10v10. All right, we're in Phase C now. 28 minutes on the timer at the current tick rate, with us having 19 flags and the enemy with 13. Zrinyi falls back after we get hit with artillery. Bring in another T-34. Everything just got nailed. Aircraft just went down there. It looks like we've got a lot of artillery over here. Have we brought in any? Yes, we did. So we had brought in 81s. Sorry, guys. I never zoomed in on that. Luckily for us, this guy's off of the reinforcement road. If you're new to the game, make sure you drive your vehicles away from the reinforcement road. Players generally don't just randomly bomb the reinforcement road, but if you have artillery there and they set it on auto counter, that shelling is going to land right on where all the trucks are coming in, and these guys will just automatically dismount, and you're really going to make your teammates angry because they got to walk everyone to the front line. So our little Raider team here with their Madsen machine guns doing a good job of taking down the M42 here, but they are going to be fighting a 76mm M5. I'd say I'd call that one of the best AT guns in the game, really, for the price, 65 points. It's just generally good, it has good availability, and is overall a good AT gun. So our elite infantry, the Loves 25G, is here, and they carry dual light machine guns, and they will not surrender. So we're going to keep walking them first, and this is another very nice thing to do. Teammates saying, I'm going to be dropping Nebelwerfer for fire in these positions, so don't move into them. Awesome. I've moved my guns forward. We're continuing just to move up slowly here. We're at a 2012, so these guys are already really on the ropes. I had brought in Loves teams as well, and I'm walking up my 75 from back here because I didn't want to get ambushed. And we can put him on his reinforcement road. That'd be nice. Alright, see where this rockets land. So do we got any more coming in? I'm guessing we do. And we're basically up to the bridge, so what we're gonna do here is, remember, I've got an 81mm mortar. I'm going to call in a second 81mm mortar, and then usually this is a good place to put an AT gun or even a machine gun or a tank destroyer. I'm gonna drop smoke here so that my trucks don't get destroyed on the way in. He could have equipment up here too, but if he did, I'd probably be taking fire from it down here. So I'm going to try to push in two directions. So we're going to push forward, and then we're going to push to our left. One of our elite teams was destroyed. We've got enough anti-armor here not to worry about these T-34s. They're going to get killed off. And if anybody comes in the town, our Loves teams do have Panzerfaust. So the smoke's coming in. All right, we must have been spotted down here because he's been dropping artillery on us. Loves leads the way. Sideways, apparently. It's got to be Andrusha fire, as he's literally destroying the entire city. And so pinning everyone. T-34 destroyed. So that's Sturmy. T-34 leader probably going to die off here soon as well. So we've captured the bridge. So the smoke worked. We're going to keep smoking over here because they keep reinforcing from that road, and he's got stuff in here. So we'll smoke this whole area. We've got one squad in here, and we've got a company coming forward. We're going to walk our Raiders across as well. There's a machine gun up on the hill pinning down this Loves elite team, and it is a Maxim, of course. More big rounds coming in our position. But we're going to get in so close to this Maxim, it would take him forever to move this way, so I'm not worried about him. Spotting an 82 up here at the front line, and we managed to knock him down. We're moving a little bit faster than the enemy expected. Loves team probably get knocked out more. I believe this is... That might be, I don't know if this is off map or on map. Not more on map fire. Takes out our T-34. It's keeping everybody pinned here. .37 up here, who's pinning all my guys. Going to continue to drop smoke in advance of our position. We do knock out a spotter, so he was seeing everything back over here. Enemies getting forced out of their trucks as the 37 continues to take casualties. I did bring in a leader here to triple vet these guys too. And the smoke's coming in to block our advance. It looks like we took out a Yak 3 with our World War I AA. That's awesome. Either that or it was this Bofors copy. So we're getting stuck here on the hill. The dual DP's doing some damage, and the Swallows gets taken down by the T-34. 40 mil out of range, so he'll probably die back there. At this point, there's no reason to advance. It's going to be next to impossible to capture that flag. Looks like they pushed us back here a little bit. That's good. I'm happy that this team didn't give up. If you can, play through, guys. It's worth trying, so you'll be surprised sometimes. I've seen these games flip deep into Phase C before. So, Maxim is down, Strelke is pinned. We've got 2 squads up here, and then 2 more caught out in the open, and then we got a ton of infantry. As you can see, I'm trying to not get them too bunched up and leave them spread out with the leader in the back. Another Strelke team taken down. And with the Nebelwerfer fire that came in, we've got Sturm Pioneers leading the charge here. And they got dual machine guns too, so definitely something to deal with. Lovas team spotting a recon motorcycle. 7 minutes to go. And we're at 2012 still. Another team was destroyed over here. A lot of basics caught out here by Gepards. So, Yak 1 coming in to take out my Lovas. And he does significant damage, but is not taken down. The other squad crawling their way into the woods. We've got a lot of equipment back here. I'm not sure why we're holding off. If you see your team make a breakthrough, no reason not to just push forward. We'll crush them just like these guys did. Look, I mean, absolutely. So I've got Zrinyi 2s moving forward now to reinforce the area. 75 is still knocking out tanks that are coming in our left flank. But we're down to him. There's a Jagdpanzer is moving forward now. That's awesome. We are going to deal with a 57mm AT gun here. T-34 is knocked out. So our Lovas team, unfortunately, is going to go into a Sapri Rocks, which is probably the best CQB crew in the game. So they're not going to do too well. All of these guys are very suppressed, but he's taking fire from all angles. I doubt he stays alive. T-34, 85 here, going to cause us a headache with the Zrinyis. Sapri Rocks almost destroying everyone on the team here. Dropping smoke because I just don't think that we're going to be able to defeat this T-34-85. The Jagdpanzer might. I kind of forgot he was there. More trucks coming in, and I believe this is, off map coming on our position. We're in a forest, though, so we'll probably take a few casualties, but I don't think we're going to get killed off here. 5 minutes to go. More elite Lovas teams. Unfortunately, one of our trucks gets nailed on the bridge. Panther here, trying to make it through to the front line to take out that 85. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a jam here. Let's see if we can get around this equipment. We do manage to get through here. The Jagdpanzer gets turned around. And these guys are kind of stuck, so I'm retreating them back, right? Like we're jammed. Friendly recon team here. We've got the whole town at this point. Panther up at the front line, triple vetted. We had that AT gun up here, but looks like he's gone. Nothing but basics there. Off map landing on where our tanks were. Off map and on map. Love us team coming up here with our flamethrowers. Let's see if we can take out this sapper he rocks. Flamethrower. And we got more fire he can be spotted, so going up relatively quickly here. We do get him pinned with that flamethrower, so we're able to take him down. Zrinyi's stopping in a bad spot here. Gotta get over the bridge. Our Panther's taking artillery fire at this point, and when the smoke clears, we're probably gonna see some heavy tanks. We still got a ton of men back here. I got 2 leaders up here at this point. Su-85 here in close, 2 of them, so could definitely take out the Panther G at this range. I doubt they ever wanted a Panther within 1,000 meters of any other tank. More and more off-map here. Our gun gets jammed on our Zrinyi, and our Panther is destroyed. I'm not sure if it was by the off-map or by the Su-85. There's a 140 coming in, Sherman, but he's... Our Zrinyi destroyed here. Our Zrinyi leader pushed back, gun jammed. Jagdpanzer does manage to take out the Sherman, and we have not given up any ground here. In fact, we're pushing them all the way back to this bridge. I did bring in Panthers, T-34s over here, and a Jagdpanzer to help cut off any enemy reinforcements into the left flank, because the artillery did take out our AT gun. Infantry down here, down but not out, so we're still maintaining control of that flag. I've got additional infantry coming in. Gonna have to drop them early because we have that Su-85 watching us. And I've got resupply on these 81s, so although we didn't see it, they were firing in here, hitting the enemy, and we can take a look at the stats here in the next couple minutes to see if they actually destroyed anything. We do manage to get our infantry team across, and we have a platoon of Shermans heading our way. I'm not sure why I'm moving this guy forward. Maybe he didn't see he had his gun jammed. Yeah, I think I realized. I realized a little late that his gun was still jammed. Is Rennie spotting somebody over here? And I was just trying to get a little cheeky here at the end to see if we could cap this flag, so I was rushing my T-34s forward. I normally wouldn't do this, but we're at the end of the match, so if I could cap something at the very end, I was going to go for it. Definitely not recommended. Bring in a 105, and so that's what I'm assuming I had to have brought that in earlier, because we didn't see the car. These guys are really cheap. I mean, they're 70 points for an off map, but they are a 105, so for me, that's, if I use a 105 off map here, it's going to pin everyone and prevent them from taking the flag in the last 2 minutes. So I think it was worth it. AG-20's coming in because he's trying to do the same thing, right? He's going to just bomb the heck out of me over here and try to push me off the flag at the end and cap that flag. Fortunately for us, we still got 2 squads here. So our tanks did go down. We do still have the Jagdpanzer here, and I have them at 1,500 meters visibility, so. Off-map coming in, see, did exactly what I wanted. We've got all these guys pinned down. Doubt it's going to kill anyone, but we can check at the end. So more armor heading towards the village here. Jagdpanzer in sight. He misses on the first shot. I was trying to be sneaky with a AT rifle team. Unfortunately, he got spotted, so he must have spotters up here. Somewhere there's a spotter. I was going to try to get him in here. Lost another Zrinyi, not performing super well right now for us. Panther, though, Panther will do great. So he's never going to get equipment up here to cap that at the end. On this side, Jagdpanzer still putting in work. not destroyed. 30 seconds left. T-34-85's heading our way and a lot of enemy equipment. 81's set on this position so that he can't rush infantry across. See if the Panthers can hold them away from our bridge. Jagdpanzer still firing at these guys. We do take out both of those 85s. Jagdpanzer not doing quite as well as the Panther at the moment. So 81s here that were targeted on the road to get them out of their trucks end up working, and we end up with a minor victory after 36 minutes and 45 seconds. Let's take a look at our team stats here and see how we ranked. All right, so pretty good for a C-ranked infantry division from World War I, 2450 to 1925. In terms of kills, that Pack 40 on top of the hill, definitely great for us. Our engineer team at the beginning took out the Strelky teams. The Lovas Elite, holy cow, great job. The other 75 mil, I replaced it with either that or that was on the ground. Zrinyi actually took out a few. I didn't see that. Panther. Jagdpanzer actually took out 3. For losses, where are major losses? I see that Strelky team was tough at the beginning. We've got mortars, off map, these big beefy teams, Andrusha fire, that's what did most of my damage. 122s, Sapri rocks, T-34. So we ended up with 11% of the kills, 10% of the command points, and 14% of the casualties. Well, what do you say about that? Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.